start the recording right now, and we understand your participation as your consent to record. If you would like to turn on closed captions, please use the Turn on Live Captions function listed in the event menu at the top of your screen. If you have any questions or comments during the session, please feel free to utilize the chat feature of Teams meeting, which we will monitor throughout the presentation. And with that, I'd now like to turn it over to Acting NRCS Chief Terry Cosby to kick off today's ceremony. Chief Cosby.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you for being with us today. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm looking forward to recognizing some well-deserving employees and volunteers in celebrating National Volunteer Week this year from April 8th to the 24th. We're highlighting the incredible work of the NRCS Earth Team volunteers. For over 35 years, Earth Team members have dedicated their time and talents to help NRCS protect and conserve the nation's natural resources. Earth Team is a program that is near and dear to all of us gathered today. I want to thank each of you right now for your continued support of the program and dedication to our agency roots and voluntary assistance to Earth Team members. Earth Team roots date back 36 years, and I've been with the agency for all of those years. I can remember when it came about. And I want to thank each of you right now for your continued support of this program and dedication to our agency roots and voluntary assistance through Earth Team members. I'm pleased to share that over the last year, more than 15,000 Earth Team volunteers have donated 123,000 plus hours so that NRCS can deliver even more conservation on the ground. What an amazing number. By utilizing the time, talents, and energy of our volunteers, we can deliver even more conservation on the ground. While our employees and volunteers are making significant contributions, which we will see today, I'd like to start out this afternoon by recognizing the state recipient of the Chief Cup Award. Each year at the NRCS National Leadership Team meeting, which we had a few weeks ago, where our state conservationists from across the nation gather, we present the Chief Cup. And I will tell you that I've been awarded the Chief Cup on numerous occasions, so it is near and dear to me. We held our most recent leadership meeting a couple weeks ago where the Chief Cup was awarded to, and this is a special award and to a colleague of mine, a good friend of mine, and this goes to the state of Maryland, Mr. Teron Hilsman. And I want to say congratulations. And Teron and his staff received awards, which is in the mail. And since we weren't able to get together virtually this last year, together in person last year, we did our state conservation meet virtually. And Mr. Hillman, Dr. Hilsman, was able to receive this award. And so it is in the mail. Despite a pandemic, Maryland was effective and innovative in finding ways at having volunteers exceed expectation and helping fulfill our agency mission. Maryland NRCS has been a major participant in the Earth Team volunteer program for many years. Dr. Hilsman, our Maryland state conservationist, recognized the immense power volunteering holds in helping to accomplish the NRCS mission and has encouraged his staff to utilize this program to its fullest extent. Maryland has succeeded in its ability to retain long-term volunteer partnership, which is especially useful for building upon existing initiatives. In fiscal year 20, Maryland garnered volunteer support from 23 individuals and 23 friends of conservation groups for a total of over 8,000 volunteer hours. Boy, what an achievement, what a great achievement. Congratulations, Maryland. And Dr. Hilsman, you're welcome to make any comments and recognize some of your Maryland Earth Team volunteers and employees. I know you probably have a pretty excited volunteer coordinator. I don't think she knew this was happening. So congratulations to you and the state of Maryland. And Dr. Hilsman, I'll turn it to you.
Well, Mr. Cosby, Acting Chief Cosby, I can't tell you how thrilled we are to be receiving this award, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be receiving it from you. I've watched you receive this award so many times, and so you really will appreciate, I think, this little story that I'm going to tell in the brief time that I have to talk a little bit about this. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago when I first became a state conservationist. I went to my first NLT meeting, and our acting chief won this award. I don't know how many times he had won it before, but it was the first time I saw him receive the award, and I've seen him receive it on a few occasions since then. And I remember coming back, and Maryland didn't even get mentioned at that time because I guess we just didn't have a lot of activity in Earth Team. But I remember coming back and having a conversation with Miss Nora De La Rosa, my executive assistant. And I told her at that time, I said, Nora, I said, you know, I at least want to get Maryland mentioned as at least having full participation in the Earth Team program. And I said, can you help me with that? And I asked her to be our state coordinator for Earth Team at that time. And I said, you know, I don't have high expectations. Our little state will never be able to compete with Ohio and Minnesota and these other states with all these counties and people. I said, but if we can just get 100% recognition, I mean, that would 100% participation, that I'd be thrilled with that. And Nora went to work. She went to work and she got out there and she recruited some of the people who are on this call today. I just want to mention a few of them: Lori Ashball, Laura Eddy, Sam Tyler, Annette Enzer. We have other coordinators that Nora brought on board, and they went to work. And you know what? She ignored me, the state conservationist, the naysayer that said it wasn't ever possible for us to win the Chiefs Cup. And they went to work and got out there and really recruited and made sure we were getting credit for all the work that was being done. So this is not my award. This is our award as a Maryland NRCS family. While I have the floor, I see Mrs. and Mr. Benner there from Goshen Farms, and I see my old friend Dean Coward, and I know they're going to be recognized a little bit later. And I just want to say hello to you guys and thank you for all the partnership and the work. But at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you so much for this award. We are just super happy. And but I want to give a lot of credit, all the credit to Nora De La Rosa for just ignoring me and saying, you know what, I'm going to go out here and make sure this happens. And she's just done such a fabulous job for us. All our folks have done such a fabulous job. And I'll say to my colleagues, other state conservationists in small states, hey, go out and find good people, and they'll get this done for you, and they'll make you out to be a liar like me, and you can win the Chiefs Cup. It's possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hillsman, and Nora. Kudos to you, my friend, and Dr. Hillsman shows great leadership on your part. So thank you for all that you're doing in the state of Maryland. Next, I'm proud to present the National Partnership Award. This award recognizes one outstanding partnership nationally. The award is presented to the most effective Earth Team that demonstrates shared leadership among the partnering organizations, NRCS employees, and Earth Team volunteers. The award goes to the Goshen Farm in Annapolis, Maryland. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the farm. It is a historic agricultural property that is now used as an education center and community garden with a wide variety of community-oriented events and activities, including a sharing garden, summer concert series, walking trails, field trips, open houses, and fundraising dinners. Through this partnership, NRCS staff serves as technical experts to strengthen the environmental education aspect, with Goshen Farms provide the infrastructure and location for public outreach. The partnership between Goshen Farms and Maryland NRCS started in 2013 with the goal of promoting soil health and was initiated when NRCS sponsored the United States Naval Academy and the Midshipmen's Action Group, MAG, to assist with the manual labor on the property. Accepting the award for the Goshen Farm is Roy Benner, who is the grounds manager and a board member of Goshen Farm and also a former NRCS employee. It's always great to have a former NRCS employee. I know, Roy, you probably have some great stories. Maybe one of these days you and I can sit down and talk and you can tell me about your time at NRCS. So he truly understands the NRCS mission. And Mr. Bender, I will give you time to make some comments if you would like to. Thank you for being here today.
Mr. Benner, if you'll unmute for us, please.
Let's try that. Sorry. Thank you. On behalf of the three of us, Terry Brandon, Becky Benner, my wife, and me, Roy Benner, we're very pleased to be recognized and honored for our Earth Team Partnership Award. Working with a number of members at Goshen Farm Preservation Society, and in particular partnering with the Maryland Natural Resources Conservation Service, also located in Annapolis here. If I had to sort of summarize our three thoughts, I would say that the three of us love Goshen Farm, its mission, and it's being able to work with others in our communities. So I thank you greatly for this award.
Well, thank you, Mr. Benner, and everyone at Goshen Farms. We're proud to have such an aligned partnership, and partnership is what it's all about. It's key to everything that we do. So thank you for your partnership, and hopefully one of these days, maybe I'll get a chance to visit your farm. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, I'm proud to present the Group Volunteer Award, which recognizes the outstanding work of only one group of volunteers from across the nation. This award recognized one outstanding volunteer group. Congratulations to members of the Central Lake College Student Group in Baxter, Minnesota. For the Baxter NRCS Field Office and the Minnesota Earth Team program, one major highlight for FY20 was the amazing achievement of the Central Lake College Student Group. This year, Candy Fuller, Baxter Customer Service Team, lead for NRCS, met with Central Lake College, who expressed interest in working with the local field office on conservation planning efforts with the students. NRCS, in conjunction with Dr. William Faber and Kenton Montgomery, head of the Central Lake College Natural Resources Club, developed a plan to recruit 20 college students and bring them to the farm site to educate them on conservation planning techniques. To make this event a success, NRCS and Central Lake College also partnered with the Crow Wing and Cass County Soil and Water Conservation District, Crow Wing County Foresters, the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, the American Bird Society, and the private industry consultant Steve Sherman. The conservation plan that were developed during the field days were well received by the producers, so much so that they used the plans to apply for environmentally equipped program. We were funded with contracts for 2020. The dedication of the Central Lake College students and their eagerness to learn about conservation planning and help producers meet their natural resource goal while also accomplishing NRCS goal is why they're being awarded today. And I will tell you, anytime that we can have a group of folks, especially students, writing conservation plans and then having individual farmers qualify for our programs, that is outstanding. And accepting the award for the Central Lake College student is Kenyon Montgomery, who is the Central Lake College Natural Resources instructor. So, Kenyon, I'll kick it over to you and see if you have any comments for us today.
Well, thank you, Acting Chief Cosby. This is a great honor on behalf of the local Brainerd Baxter, Minnesota NRCS staff here, all the resource professionals who were out that day and joined us, our students, 20 plus students out here that day, and most importantly, Steve Sherman, who hosted the event at their farm. We'd like to thank you for this award. It was a great and wonderful opportunity to get our students out. Typically, we focus on forestry, fisheries, kind of traditional natural resources, and this was a very unique and valuable firsthand experience for the students in an agricultural setting, including having frank discussions about farming, the challenges and the opportunities, and being good stewards of the land with Steve, which included, it was a cold day. He invited us all into the house, 20 students and about another 10 of us all packed into his kitchen and had just a really good conversation about what farming was. And more exciting even than this award is this proved to be a catalyst for dedicating a program here at Central Lakes College that will give students experience working, future continued experiences working with producers and learning about their operations and challenges, as well as all the solutions that the NRCS provides. And so we're excited to begin to offer that and train students for the varied careers that exist in the NRCS, and look forward to them putting many of our students into those opportunities. And so thanks again for everyone who participated in this event, and we look forward to a long and fruitful partnership. Thank you, Acting Chief Cosby.
And thank you, Mr. Montgomery. And just make sure that we get those students. We need bright young minds and students. And so hopefully when those folks graduate, they'll be looking at the NRCS as a place maybe they want to come work. So thank you for all that you're doing there at the college. Next, I'm proud to present the National Individual NRCS Earth Team Award. This award recognizes an outstanding individual who exemplifies the dedication and service of a volunteer. And congratulations goes to Alana Whiteside of Indiana, the state of Indiana. So congratulations. Over the last year, Alana volunteered 80 hours of time supporting NRCS and the Indiana Conservation Partnership in Bartholomew County, Indiana. Alana, who is now a freshman at Purdue University, and congratulations on that, created a metal and wood structure at the focal point for the pollinator habitat at the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds, along with plants for caterpillars to feast upon around the base. The main habitat structure also has space for moth, butterflies, ladybugs, and bees to escape from the elements and lay eggs. It was placed at the fairgrounds in Columbus, Indiana, as part of their existing conservation corridor, which was built through a partnership between SWCDs and NRCS. The corridor has been in place for about 5 years and is a small-scale version of the Pathway to Water Quality exhibit located at the fairground. The corridor includes pollinator plants, prairie grasses, an educational area, and more. The purpose, Sherman said, is to educate the public about conservation and things they can do at home to protect the environment. Whiteside has been involved in the corridor from the beginning as an Earth Team volunteer. And Alana, would you like to have a few words? And congratulations on your award.
Hi, everyone. I'm truly honored to accept this award. I know there are thousands of volunteers working tirelessly with NRCS and their partners to educate and motivate our communities to do better for the Earth every day. Even being considered for this award was so humbling for me. I've been serving as an Earth Team volunteer for many years, helping with river cleanups, Arbor Day tree giveaways, and many other programs and projects for the Bartholomew County SWCD and NRCS. So my pollinator habitat was just the icing on the cake. This was such a fun project for me to do to complete my senior year of high school. I was able to learn new skills like welding, plasma cutting, and woodworking. It was a pleasure getting to work with my mentor, Heather Shireman, with Bartholomew County SWCD. She taught me so much about pollinators and their importance. I hope that my pollinator habitat will be used for many years to not only help pollinators such as butterflies, ladybugs, wasps, and woodbees, but also to be used as an educational tool for visitors coming to the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds. Thank you again so much.
And Ms. Whitehead, thank you very much. And thank you for your service. Thank you for the time that I know that you could probably be studying and doing some other things, but thank you for taking time to help NRCS and volunteer. Thank you very much. Next, I'm proud to present the National Earth Team NRCS Employee Award. This award recognizes an NRCS employee who does an outstanding job managing the Earth Team volunteer program in their office, while also going above and beyond in their volunteer efforts. This award goes to Lander Legge from the Rapid City Field Office in Rapid City, South Dakota. Lander received his associate degree in environmental engineering technician from Western Dakota Tech in 2013. Before he graduated, a classmate told Lander about the Earth Team program and the Natural Resources Conservation Service. After a chat with the NRCS engineer, Roy Bosky, and Pennington County Civil Engineer technician Paul Fulton, Lander decided to sign on as an Earth Team volunteer. Lander started with the Earth Team in the spring of 2012, working with Roy on ArcMap, dams, and pipeline designs. After he learned more about design and pipeline system, Lander and Roy would both work independently on the same project and then compare design. Lander was later offered opportunity to work on watershed delineations for dam projects. Lander started as an Earth Team volunteer back in 2012. Volunteering, good to school, and he's going to school and holding a part-time job. With over 1,000 hours of Earth Team volunteer hours under his belt, now he's also contributing to the mission of it as an NRCS employee. Lander, congratulations, and I'm glad that you're working for us in our office now, and I'd like to give you an opportunity to say a few things.
Well, thank you, sir. I've never been a great speaker, so it may come off a little robotic, but I do mean this in all sincerity. I guess I'm going to start off by saying thanks again for the award. I can honestly say I didn't see this thing coming. I believe the Earth Team Volunteer Program is extremely important for the NRCS mission. Back when I started as an Earth Team volunteer, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do career-wise, so I gave it a chance to see the work options the agency had, and found I liked the combination of indoor-outdoor work. I remember working on the design pages for the Mini-Wachoni pipeline my first year. It was a very small portion, but I really enjoyed the work and what it meant to the people on the Pine Ridge Reservation. I've always liked how NRCS handled their customers and taking a hands-on approach. It means much more to producers to show a physical person the issues they face rather than receiving a phone call or just an email. The NRCS provides many benefits to the volunteers, their futures, and even me, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to take part in it every day, and thanks again for the recognition.
And thank you, and thank you for being a great representative of NRCS. Thank you. And our last award for today is the Chief Field Office Award. This award recognizes an NRCS field office for outstanding efforts in recruiting volunteers, utilizing volunteers in a creative way, and expanding the Earth Team program in their offices. This award goes to the Baxter Field Office. The Baxter NRCS Field Office has emerged as leaders in Minnesota for their efforts to recruit and train new Earth Team volunteers and their overall support on the Earth Team program. In FY20, the Baxter NRCS Field Office had 25 volunteers who donated 741 hours. This is an incredible number of volunteer hours, just incredible. All those hours paid off, like the working with the Earth Team volunteers and local farmers to film a video about rotational grazing system that was published on the Minnesota NRCS YouTube. This video has been viewed over 360 times. This type of conservation outreach is a great tool to show other producers what it's like to be involved in NRCS programs, implement conservation practices, and how it has benefited their farms. Accepting the award for the Baxter Field Office is Candy Fuller, NRCS District Conservationist, and I know you got a proud state conservationist up there, my friend up there. I know he's pretty proud of this. So Candy, do you have any comments for us today?
Yes, hi. Thank you so much for this honor. It's still a surprise, to be completely honest. But none of this would be possible without the staff that we have here: Brian, Tom, Kyle, and then Mike. Even though he's not in our office, he came over and helped us with like events like the CLC day that we had. We had some partners that made some of these volunteer events possible that we do, like Mitch Lundeen, a forester we've worked with in Crow Wing County, and Kevin Shepard with ABC, and then our landowners that make it possible, like mentioned earlier, Steve Sherman and even Matt Dixon that day. They were the owners that opened up their land to have all these people come out to their property, and not just them, but throughout the year we have so many workshops on these farmers' lands that it's amazing. Cass and Crowing Soil and Water, they have been amazing partners to work with. And then Kent and Will or Kent Montgomery and Will Faber from CLC, the instructors, they've been really great at just even giving us the opportunity to have their students come out. And then of course, all the students that were there that day, I think it was really eye-opening for them to really understand the difference between private land conservation and public lands conservation. So that was something we really wanted to, I guess, drill home with them. And so that was great. And then we had Pam and Katie in our Pam's, they were doing all the paperwork. I do not like that part of it. So it was awesome to have them there for doing our paperwork. And it truly has been a pleasure working with everyone and for the students that participated in these events. And hopefully they have a better understanding of conservation projects that can be implemented on private and working lands. And we just plan to continue the partnership with CLC students and with our local landowners and hopefully build that stronger relationship and sense of community in the natural resource field. So thank you again. It's quite an honor.
Well, thank you, Candy. And I know your state conservationist, Mr. Daniels, Mr. Troy Daniels. I know he's pretty proud too. So Troy, shout out to you. And congratulations to all of you who have been recognized today. I tell you that NRCS can't survive without the partnerships, and I can't think of anything more fitting than the Earth Team Volunteer Program. It keeps, a lot of times it keeps our office open. A lot of times it has folks that can go to the field and help us with our surveys, and a lot of times the local folks from these communities really get involved, and they know a lot of the folks from the community, and so when they walk in the office and see that smiling face of that volunteer, and they really, sometimes they don't even know you're volunteering, but see your smiling face there, it helps us with our work and helps us with everything that we do. So I just want to congratulate all of the folks that were awarded today. Keep up the great work, and your commitment to our agency and our customers, and the love, and I think your love of all of this is just the conservation. Is to be commended by all of us here at NRCS. And on behalf of the leadership of NRCS, the folks at Washington and all around the country, we just want to thank you for your continued excellence. It was my honor, and since I've received some of these awards, it's my honor just to be able to present these awards to all of you today. And as I told Dr. Hillsman, his award is in the mail. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get together in person so that we can shake hands and take pictures and just look at the awards and congratulate you. Just one last thing, as a friend of mine, the ceremony today was recorded, and it will be available if you'd like to have a copy for your friends and family to look at. And it says here you can access the recording after this broadcast by clicking on the same link you used to join the event today. So thank you for being here today. This is the enjoyable part of the job, just these type of awards, and the volunteer program is very special to me. So thank you for being here today. And Karen, I'll kick it back to you.
Great. Thank you, Chief.
Karen,
thank you.
Karen, before I do that, I forgot
Yes,
to do
sir.
one thing. I need to thank you. I need to thank the folks at the department that work on the volunteer program, and special thanks out to Beverly Mosley. Couldn't do this without the team. So thank you to all of you that helped.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chief. As always, it's our pleasure to support the team. And as a reminder, as the Chief said, you will be able to access the recording by using the link. We're also going to have to have it posted as well, so we can share that as a follow-up for those of you that are outside of the USDA email tenant. So we can certainly share that with you separately as well. So congratulations to everyone again. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of the afternoon. And this concludes the ceremony. Have a great day.